Welcome back to the channel. If you're interested in honest reaction and discussion about the biggest political and social debate making headlines, you are in the right place. Today's video, look at the strongest reaction surrounding a speech by Louis Farrakhan and the conversation it has sparkled about Donald Trump and the state of the nation. We will examine what was said, how different people are responding, and the wider issue being debated. If you enjoy balanced commentary that encourages critical thinking, be sure to subscribe, turn on notifications, and join the conversation by sharing your thought respectful in the comments. Now, let's get into the discussion.
I saw an article that referenced that the FBI, the CIA, and every other government agency of authority should have Louis Farrakhan investigated and arrested because he called for 10,000 people, 10,000 men to come forth to kill white people.
Well, I've been investigated by the FBI. They can go to hell. The CIA right along with them. I don't fear that. If I were like the rest of the Negroes that fear the FBI, the CIA, the IRS, then I would be like them, scratching where I don't itch, bending when I don't have to. No, God is present today. They need to be afraid. I'm talking to the CIA, the FBI. America the Great is falling right before our eyes. And that's why Trump is saying we got to make America great. How? When? Again. Because she's not great today. People are not afraid of her. ISIS and ISIL over there, they want America to send some troops back so they can send them back in body bags. People are not afraid. The world has taken enough of America's evil. So death is sweeter to some than continuing to live under white supremacy and under tyranny. So no, I don't care nothing about them investigating me or arresting me or even killing me. But I tell you what, I'll give you a little warning. You killed your last man when you killed Dr. King. You will not get that chance to do that to me. And if it pleases God that you do kill me right after you kill me, all of you gonna die. Because I'm not here by myself. I'm not here of myself. You can see that God must be backing me. Otherwise, where would I get the strength to say and do what I do? No, man, it's our time now. And it's their time to tremble in your boots. And believe me, you will meet the God that backs me 10, 10, 15. It's justice or else. And let me tell you, that man asked, well, what is justice? Let me tell you what justice is and why we don't beg nobody that don't have it in their heart to give us nothing. Justice is the greatest principle of fair dealing. Have we been treated fairly? Have women been treated fairly? Have the soldiers been treated fairly? Have the Native Americans been treated fairly? Have the Mexicans been treated fairly? Have the people overseas under American foreign policy, have they been treated fairly? I don't think so. I know they haven't. Justice, he said, is the greatest principle of law that distinguishes between what is right and what is wrong. Have we been treated with justice in America? Have the Native Americans been treated with justice? Have the Palestinians been treated with justice? Why is there revolution brewing in every country on the earth? The young are rising against their governments. No, I know what justice is, but the justice you got to worry about today is what Elijah Muhammad said. Justice is the weapon that God will use in the day of judgment, which is right.
Hold on, they didn't expect this at all. This video has a lot of people talking online. Imagine, Louis Farrakhan has once again made strong comments about President Trump, about white America, and the issue of justice for black Americans. I'm telling you, this is very shocked. This is insane. Some people agree with him, others strongly disagree. I want to share what stood out to me, and these are just my thoughts, but I want to hear yours in the comments too. Let's dive in.
Back home. Can you take it when you give it? Can you take it when it comes back to your door? That's the justice that I seek, and I seek it from the God of justice. But I'm coming to Washington with the help of others to lay the case for justice before the world so that the world can see what we are up against and what America is up against. But I'm not dependent on you to do nothing but what you usually do, make promises only to deceive. No, our trust is in God, and He has promised that He will deliver us. He has promised that He will give us a land of our own, and we know He don't break His promise.
So your message to the 10,000 men that you called for.
Oh, yeah, let me get to that. I never said we're going to get 10,000 fearless men who love death rather than continued life under tyranny to kill white people. I'm passionate, but I'm not stupid. Farrakhan wants to start a race war. Hell, you've been killing us ever since we've been here, 460 years. The war has never been on our side. It's always been on the side of white people against the rise of black people. You know that. I know that. I'm not calling us to kill white people, but later, when they made this viral all over the world, Farrakhan gonna kill white people, Farrakhan starting a race war, and the terrified Negro said, well, I was going to Washington, but oh Lord, I better stay home, because that crazy man, he's gonna take down our flag and all that kind of stuff. Now, I wanna dispel that foolishness.
Right here on the Rock Newman Show.
Thank you. The flag of America is a great flag. We respect that flag. No follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad you will ever see desecrating that flag, stomping on that flag, spitting on that flag, burning that flag. It's the flag of a great and sovereign nation. So we respect it, because one day we want to be a sovereign nation, an independent nation. So our God has come and He's given us a flag. It's the greatest flag in the universe. It represents the sun, the moon, and the star. And none of you could take it down, because none of you had a hand in putting it up. No, we're not trying to take down your flag. But what we are saying, you took down the Confederate flag. That's a symbol. What's the substance? It was treason for South Carolina to break from the Union. Oh, a civil war started. The Confederates lost, but the Confederate flag also lost. So you can keep that. That's a symbol of history that white people in the South are proud of. I don't care nothing about it. You can fly it any way you want, because it tells a story. But we didn't just catch hell under Confederate flag. Why the hell are we going to Washington now to talk about injustice? Under what flag are we still suffering? Under what flag were we enslaved? Under what flag were we picking cotton and serving in the South on sharecroppers' property? Under what flag was there 100 years of lynching? Under what flag were we deceived and betrayed and the troops were taken out of the South? Under the Hayes-Tilden agreement, and then we were put back on the plantation as sharecroppers. Under what flag did that happen? Under what flag was Emmett Till killed? Under what flag have we been lynched? All the killings that have happened with the police, what flag do they have on their shoulder as they shoot us down? This is real. I respect your flag, but I can't pledge allegiance to it. I pledge my allegiance to God, and to him I have it all on him. I have nothing for you. So I can't go nowhere and fight for America. My fight is here. Muhammad Ali said, I can't go to Vietnam. The Viet Congs ain't never called me nigger. We put a black man in the White House and you're treating him like a dog. You call him a nigger. You say he's a Hitler. You say he's a
liar from the well of Congress.
Yeah. So, you know, he knows now that he's nothing to them but a nigger in the White House that they intend to get out. Pardon me for saying it like that, but y'all know I'm telling the truth. What's wrong with most of you black people? You can't say it even though you think it. So I have to say it for you because God has raised me for that purpose. Yes, brother, I respect the flag and I'm not going out here to kill white people, but listen to what I said. I said, if, hypothetical, the federal government will not intercede on our behalf to give us justice, then we're going to have to rise up and kill those who kill us. Well, if all you white people are trying to kill us, what the hell are you afraid of? It's those that kill us that need to be terrified. We're not getting justice, brother. The law of retaliation is what I quoted. It's in the Bible. It's in the Quran. It is a prescription from God to ease the breast of those who are slain, and the parents and loved ones that have to live after their babies are killed. And nobody goes to court. Nobody has ever gone to prison for what they've done to us. So yeah, I'm bringing 10,000 into the hood. Our community is a cesspool. Giuliani said it right. Y'all talk about white police killing black people, but you all killing each other more than we kill you. He didn't tell a lie. Every weekend we're putting our people in hospitals. Every weekend our women can't walk the streets in peace. Our elderly are afraid. Our children are slaughtered. We've got to stop this. How can I go to Washington and you come with me and we talk about what the government is doing, and we're not talking about what we should be doing to bring peace in our own community?
I absolutely wanted to ask you about the responsibility of those in our community.
Well,
how you address that?
We're raising 10,000 fearless. What is their mission? Their mission is to stand in the gap between the guns. No punk could do that. No coward could walk with us and do that. You got to be fearless to walk in between guns of Bloods and Crips and guns of disciples and others killing each other. We love our people. That's our power. No preacher can go in the community and stop this. Reverend said to me a few weeks ago, Farrakhan, if I send my deacon out there, he's not going to get no results. But if you send your people out there, the young will listen. Why is that, Reverend? Because we love our people. We don't go to our people with guns. We don't carry guns. No follower of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad is allowed to carry as much as a penknife. We are a people of peace, but we will fight with those who fight with us. So we're going into the community. But we want 10,000, but we got to train you, brothers, because you're filled with self-hatred. And we cannot allow you to deal with our people with a heart filled with self-hatred. But if you come to us, we will train you, we will teach you so that your heart is filled with love for the people that you're going to serve and the people you're going to protect. And after we train you, we go into that community and make peace between our brothers, set up conflict resolution so that our women and children can play again in the streets and our elderly can walk the streets and feel safe. That's what the 10,000 fearless are for. And I believe there'll be 10,000 rising up in practically every major city who want to help bring peace in our community. But my dear brother, when that happens, you're going to expose the rogue cops. You remember Darren Wilson?
I do.
Darren didn't want to work in no white community. Why you want to work in the black community, Darren? So you can play God with a gun and a badge? So you can arrest black people who have done nothing? So you can kill us at will because you know the prosecutor is your friend, the union is your friend, the chief is not going to stand up. And so you kill us. You rape our women. Oh, yes, you do.
The Darren Wilson, by the way, that you're speaking of is the gentleman that shot Michael Brown in Ferguson.
Yeah, that's him.
Ferguson,
That's him.
Missouri, right?
That is he. Well, when you shoot us down like that, the prosecutor rigged the grand jury. You know, the grand jury can indict a mouse or anything, a pig, anything that they want to indict. Who the hell wants them to be our judge and we got to go before them for justice? The prosecutors are liars. Look at that judge who came off the bench after they shot my sister, Melissa Williams and Timothy Russell, 137 times. And only one had to go to court, and the judge made sure that he showed where all the bullets went in, and that man walks. No others are indicted. If you and I today say, brother, we ain't got enough money, let's go rob the bank. You get your 45, I'll get my sawed-off shotgun, and we go in, and I'm passionate, as you can see, and I shoot somebody. Now, you in there with me. When they catch me, and I'm going to tell them who was with me. That's what we do. And when you go to court and I go to court, I shot the man. But you were with me. Who goes to jail? Both of us. Who's charged with murder? Both of us. All of those that stood up on that car and shot those people, where are they? Where's the justice? See, that's what I'm talking about, America. That's what I'm talking about, black people. All this crap gotta end, and nobody's gonna end it until we unite like black intelligent men and women should and put a stop to our own evil toward each other and the evil that others practice on us.
We've got 10 minutes left.
Is that all?
That's all. Would you speak about, there is an onslaught of criticism, complaints, attacks against the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh.
Will they be a part of the October the 10th, 2010, 10-15 march and rally?
October the 10th won't even exist if Black Lives Matter don't have something to say. These are our young people. These are young leaders for the future. They had the courage to say Black Lives Matter. They didn't realize when they said it that it would catch on. But black lives do matter. And so white people came to join them, but they had signs, all lives matter. All lives matter. They want to change the narrative. Black lives do matter, and they should never change the narrative. You know why, my brother? Because really in America, it's black lives that don't matter. They're not being killed like us. Hispanics are being killed. Native people are being killed. And some poor people are being killed, white and black, but mainly us. So black lives matter, but do they matter enough to us that we would stop the killing in our own community? Where is black love for black lives that matter? We've got to teach our people out of the ignorance that has been imposed on us. And I close with this. Do you know why black lives matter? And why all black lives should matter? Because all lives that matter with God came from a black mother and a black father that brought all nations, all races into being. We are your mother. We are your father. So if our life don't matter that gave you life, we made you in our likeness. We gave you form and we granted you power over the fowl of the air and the fish of the sea. But it was only for a season, and the season is up. Black lives matter. All lives matter. But if black lives don't matter, then no life will matter in the sight of God, because he's chosen us to be his people, and he has come to be our God to deliver us from our 460-year-old tormentor.
You know, when I heard a conservative commentator speak, and he said that black leaders articulate the horrors of the power structure and the elite. And they are articulated in passionate tones about the ills and the sins of American government and the treatment of minorities. And he said, in Washington, D.C., and in Baltimore, and in Philadelphia, and in Trenton, and Newark, and other places around the country, that are municipalities that are headed up by black elected officials. Those communities are communities that are rife and filled with murder and mayhem amongst African Americans, amongst Hispanics. So the leaders of those communities are elected African American leaders, and that's where some of the worst problems exist.
Yeah. You know, when we run for office, there's a lot of vanity involved. If we're popular, we get elected to office. The question is, there's a system that you come into. You're not the architect of the system. Now you're becoming a part of it. So just because you have a black face over a municipality, that doesn't mean that he has the power to correct all the evils that are in the community. And for us to be deluded into thinking that we are the sick ones, it's a system that has to come down that's rotten to the core. And that's why Jesus came into the world and said his kingdom was not of this world. So Jesus wasn't going to be a part of this system. Because when you take a good man and put him in a corrupt system, how long will he be good? What is wrong with our politicians? How long do they stay in the system that they become whores? Did you hear what I said, brother? See, if you can be bought, then we'll never find justice with that kind of leadership. And the corruption that's in the system of politics, they come to a black elected official, give you $50, give you $100, give you $500, give you $1,000, and they got you mic'd, and the person that's doing it is tricking you and trapping you, and we lose this mayor, we lose this police chief, we lose this, we lose it. What do we lose you for? Because you took tickets to a game? God, man, look, I get so damn angry, brother.
You talk about this system, and I heard you say earlier about a flag, that you'll have a flag. So Is it your position as you deal with the American political establishment that it is your goal, the goal of the Nation of Islam, to still establish a separate nation state?
That's not just my goal. That's what God wants. Most of our people don't want it yet. You love your enemy. You want to stay with your enemy. You in love with his wealth. Oh, I understand the fascination, slaves. I understand that. But God has something else for us. Let me tell you what's going to happen. Yes, I'm after a separate state, a separate nation. In the 60s, what was our cry, Rock? We weren't saying we want to integrate. We were saying what? It's nation time.
Black power.
Black power to do what? To integrate a lunch counter? Black power to build a nation for 40 million, now near 50 million black people. Yeah, we want a nation. We want to separate. We want to leave this man. Because either he gonna kill us or we gonna kill him. We can't take this crap no more. Now, most of you that are in here married with a no good man that's whooping your butt all the time. Doesn't there come a time when you can't take it no more? And when you can't take it no more, either you kill him in his sleep or you go to the judge. And you say to the judge, we got differences, they're irreconcilable, judge. But
As you come to the end of today's discussion, one thing is clear. Speeches like this continue to spark strong emotion and passionate debate. Whether you agree with Louis Farrakhan's message, disagree with it completely, or find yourself somewhere in between, the conversation reminds us how deeply political, social, and historical issues continue to shape public opinion. Throughout history, influential speakers have challenged government, questioned national politics, and encouraged people to think critically about the direction of their country. At the same time, strong logic can also divide audience, making it even more important to separate opinion from verified facts. Listening carefully, checking reliable sources, and considering multiple perspectives as essential if you want meaningful discussion rather than argument, division by only emotions. When topic involve races, politics, region, or national leadership, emotions naturally run high. Different people bring different lifestyle experience at the conversation, and those experiences often shape how they intercept the speech. That is where respectful dialogue matters. We don't we do not all have the reach the same conclusion, but we should willing to hear one another. This channel exists to encourage discussion, not to tell you what to think. My goal is to examine public speeches, major news stories, and the reaction they generate. Whether controversial topic arise, encourage everyone watching to do their own research, read from multiple credible sources, and avoid relying on a single video or social media post to form an opinion. Healthy debate is one of the strengths of any democratic society. It, it also allows ideas to be challenged, defend, and improve. At the same time, debate is most productive when it remains respectful. Personal attack rarely change mind, but truthful conversation often do. Whether your whether your views of Donald Trump, Louis Farrakhan, or broader issue discussed today, remember that every claims deserve a careful examination. Fact matters, content matters, and understanding the full picture matters. I like to hear from you. What stood out to you most from the speech or the public reaction? Do you think the response have been fair? Or do you believe important perspectives are being overlooked? Share your thought in the comment. but don't keep the discussion keep the discussion respectful. Everyone is welcome to participate as long as we can disagree without disrespecting one another. If you enjoyed today's commentary and want more videos covering major political and social decisions from around the world, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who enjoys truthful conversation. Your support helps this channel continue to bring more analysis, reaction, and discussion on stories people are talking about. Till next time, see you in the next video.